Hey guys, what's up? This is Trevor here for Tech Daily doing another video for you guys. And today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my 20 part series of Java tutorials. So let's begin. So today we're going to be learning about all the different types of variables that there are, and we're going to be learning about how math operations function with these different variables. So let's begin. So in last tutorial we did a lot of the basic stuff learning about integers and system.out.print. So let's learn about different variable types. So I'm just going to delete this stuff because we don't really need this. I'm going to leave a couple of them here. So the first thing is a byte. A byte can store a number between negative 128 to 127. A byte can store the size of 1 byte, which that is the range of 1 byte. So I'm going to name this byte byte 1. And I'm going to set it equal to 127. As you can see, it works fine, but if I set to 128, error, this is too high of a value. So, as you can see, that's a byte. So, byte 1. The next thing is a short. A short is 2 bytes, from negative 32,768 to 32,767. So, in this case, a short can store 2 bytes. So, I'm going to name it short 1, and I'm going to set it equal to 32,767. As you can see, it works, but if I said 768, nope, doesn't work. So that's a short. The next thing is an int. We talked about that before. It goes into the 2 billions, which is 4 bytes. So I'm going to name it int1 equals 2147483 647. As you can see, it worked, but if it said 648, no, it doesn't work. And finally, the biggest one is a long. A long can store 8 bytes. Yeah. And then long 1. And this is a very big number. I am not going to say it, but this is it. You can see here, sorry, I have it on the other screen. So I removed the commas. That is a long semicolon at the end. For some reason that doesn't work. 6 is out of the range. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Longs aren't really used that much. But that's what a long would be. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So those are the types of values that can store numbers, whole numbers. Really, these are the 3 you would use. Really, you only use int, actually. You don't really use byte or short. The next thing we're going to be talking about is a double. Double, and I'm going to name it double 1. A double 1, or sorry, excuse me. A double can store whole numbers and decimals. So I can store 1. I can store 1.0. Oh, semicolon. I can store 1.246. But if I go to my int, I put 0.3, as you can see, it doesn't work. So doubles can store, I think, the same amount size as an int, but in decimal form. Next, you have, so that's really it for, I should say, numbers. Next, we've got text. So there's 2 types of ways you can store text. First is a char. This stands for character. Char 1, and I'm going to set equal. This stands for a single letter. So if I put L and put a semicolon, I get an error, because you need to have these apostrophes. The apostrophes mean character. If I put another thing in, it's going to give me an error. So when you have 2 apostrophes, that means a character. These on the side means just an error. I mean, not an error. They're not used. If I hover over it, says this is not used. Would you like to remove it? Something like that. Also, by the way, I'm going to do this. I'm going to right click on this and click show line numbers to make it easier for you guys. So if I want to store a whole huge long text, you're going to use a string. And string is the only one that doesn't show up purple. I don't know why. I'm going to name it string 1. I'm going to set it equal to tech daily. And as you can see, it works. And this I'm going to set just a T. This can store, I think it can store anything really. It can store, I can't store an apostrophe, but can it, an and sign? Yes, it can. So, it can really store most anything. And finally, the last thing is a Boolean. A Boolean can store true or false. So you can set to true or false. It's good to check to see if something is correct or not. That's what a Boolean is for. So these are really all the main types of things you can use. Yeah. Very useful. So now let's talk about, in terms of printing them out, how they work. So I'm going to create a system.out.println, and I'm going to put in, I'm going to set all of these to 1. One, you can set these to numbers 2, 1, and Boolean will keep here. So, I'm going to print out all of these. So, byte, I'm going to copy the byte 1, and I'm going to print out all these, and we're going to take a look and see what they're going to look like. So, short 1, int 1, double 1, char 1, string 1, and I guess I'll put out Boolean 1, even though it really doesn't matter. So if we run this, as you can see, everything looks the same, but the double. The double, because it's a decimal, so it's always going to have a .0 at the end. So as you can see, everything does look the same. The int, the short, the byte, the double, the char, and the string, they all look the same. Right? Okay. I'm just doing this so you guys can see when you print them out what they look like. So I'm going to delete most of these lines, and I'm going to show you some math operations with these. So what happens if I try to add a byte plus an int? Let's see. Let's print this out. 2. What if the int is 1000? Will it still print out 1001? Yes, it will. So you can add and subtract between byte shorts and ints with no problem, no size problems. So if you think, oh no, this will be above 127 if I added this int plus this byte, it will give me an error. It won't. But, so these three, you can add these three together, no problem. But what happens if I do byte 1, or I'll do double 1 plus int 1? Will we get an error? No, we won't. We'll get 2.0. But what if I make this 1.5? It will still work. So you can add doubles and ints. What about char 1? So you can add all those together, no problem. Char 1 plus int 1. 50. Huh. Why is that? Why is char 1 plus int 1 50? And then a, let's do 5. The reason why is because each char has a value. So there's only a certain amount of possibilities a character can be. Each character is given a value. So like when you put in 5, it could be 40, and you're adding 40 plus 1. I don't know what these values are. You can look them up, look up character values. I don't know why you need that, but that just shows you what is going to happen. What about a string? Let's add char 1 plus string 1. strings don't have those character values, so what will happen? 51, 5 plus 1, if we make this 246, will be 2,461. Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot about that. Whoops. It'll be 2,125. Yes. I'm going to remove this. So now let's look at this. So let's do this. Let's do int 1 plus int 1. Okay. So let's just show you this. Okay, int1 plus int1, double 1 plus double 1. Let's do char 1 plus char 1. And finally, let's do string 1 plus string 1. Okay. Let's see what these values will come up to be. So, int1 plus int1, 1 plus 1 is 2, no decimal. Double 1 plus double 1 is 1.5 plus 1.5, 3.0. Char 1, 2 apparently has the value of 50. So 50 plus 50 is 100. And string 1 plus string 1 would be 125, 125, which is correct. So that is how adding and subtracting different, stuff like that is very important. So let's do a little bit more, and then I think we'll be done for this episode. Let's see. Let's try this. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys this. I'm going to delete a lot of this stuff. We're done with numbers for now. We're going to do just character and string. Let's create a new string. I'm going to call it string 2. And I want it to be the number 22, and I want to add, char 1 plus char 1. And I want it to store 20, so basically 2 plus 2. So right now, as you can see, it'll say change string 2 to int. Because this will give you the value of an int. So it'll change this to int. And if I system.out.print and I do string 2. Okay. Oops, didn't capitalize system. It will print 100. But let's say we wanted to print 22. We don't care about what the value of 2 is. Or let's put A. We want it to put capital A, capital A. But right now it'll give us a number. So you're going to do the toString method. What that means is you're going to put a dot here. And then you're going to put toString. And then we're going to change this to string. Oh wait, no, that's not what it is. It's string dot to, or wait, what is it? It's one of these. Hold on, let me look. Oh yeah, string dot value of char. So we'll do char 1. And I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. So what does this mean? String dot value of. Let's see what it prints out. A. So instead of giving you what the number value of A is, it's going to give you the letter A. Because that's what really we care about. That's why we're storing an A in this character here. So when we have string dot value of and then char, it will add those and allow you to store a char plus a char into a string. Unlike before, it would do char plus a char would sort into an int. This is much more manageable. So that is very important to know this, because chars or characters get very weird to manipulate with, because when you're adding them, you don't know if you're adding the value or the other thing. So what if I do times? I actually don't know. So let's see. I think it'll just give us an error. Yeah, you can't multiply those. But if you... Ooh, I clicked insert. can't do minus either, so just plus. So it'll do A plus A plus A plus A plus A, so on. So that is the second string, or that is the string 2 value. So we added char plus a char. And then we can do string 2 plus string 1. And so with this long series of stuff, we will get the value, string 2, which will be A125. A125. Don't know why you would need to do that, but yeah, you can. And one more thing we're going to do, and we're going to learn how to show it as a math. We're going to learn a math problem now. Okay? So let's type in int a equals 4. 4. Int b equals 8. Well, we did that before. Those numbers before 7. And we'll change this to 3. Okay? So, and then we're going to have the answer as an int. Int answer equals, or we don't need to set it to equal to anything. Okay, so we're going to be doing our first program now. So, what this program is going to do is we're going to have it add, subtract, multiply, and divide these 4 numbers and print them all out here, but show the steps as well. So, for example, we want it to say 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay? So let's do system.out.println, and I'm just going to copy this 4 times because we're going to be printing out 4 things. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if we want to do a string, we do the quotation marks, and we'll do addition, space, and then subtraction, multiplication, and division. So right now if we print this out, nothing will happen. Yeah, it'll just print out addition and subtraction. But we wanted to show addition, 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay? So let's set answer. So let's do this. So if we want to add another part to it, so it's string, we'll do a plus. Plus. And then we're going to do answer. But answer hasn't been set to anything. So right now it'll just display the answer, but we wanted to say 3 plus 7. So we'll do, I'm going to actually remove this. Whoops, I don't know what I did with my arrows there. A plus, and then we're going to do quotation space plus space. Then we're going to do another plus, and then we're going to do B. So this will say addition space A plus B. 3 plus 7. I'm actually going to remove this. No, I'm going to keep them. 3 plus 7, because this is in quotation marks, so this will display it as a string like that. And we're going to do plus, and we're going to do another quotations, space equals space, and then we're going to do plus answer. And what do we want the answer to equal? Answer equals A plus B. Right? So if we display this, it'll say 3 plus 7 equals 10. And there you go. We have a basic addition problem right there. And it can easily be changed. If we want this to be 13, everything will automatically get updated and you won't, it's really easy. You don't have to do a lot of changing. But the thing is, if I were to copy this, I'm going to copy this down for all of these. I'm going to change this to minus, change this to times, and I'm going to change this to 5. Okay? And I click play. All the answers are going to be 20. Because we haven't set answer to change. Whoops, sorry about that email. So, it's really easy to fix this. Ooh, I didn't even know I had Facebook open. Sorry. So, what we're going to do is we need to change the answer. So, we'll copy this. Let's enter twice. And answer now will equal a minus b. So, it's going to... And then we're going to do this. I'll explain this in a second. Times b. A divided by b. So it's going to say a is 13, b is 7. It's going to make an integer called answer. Answer equals a plus b. It's going to display that. And then it's going to say answer now will equal a minus b. It's then going to display that. It's going to then say the answer is a times b. It's going to display that. And a divided by b. So, as you can see, 20, yes. 6, yes. 91, yes. But again, division, it would be a decimal, but we don't support decimals right now. What happens if we change the int answer to double? Let's see. It rounds it. So, that doesn't work. So, we need to make these values right here. Well, actually, we do need them to be doubles now. We do need this to be double. So, all you do is you do double dot, and then you do value of, wait, do you? Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. I know what I did wrong. Double dot is not really an operator you use. You'll have to do what's called a cast. A cast means it's going to take the value that you have here and convert it into that easily. So it's with parentheses, and then inside that you put double. So it's going to say, not space there. So A is now considered a double. And then B is also now going to be considered a double. And now if we print this out, as you can see, it's 1.85, and it's a long decimal. We'll talk about rounding another time. But as you can see, that is how you do a cast. So you can cast these as ints and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, this was a pretty lengthy tutorial, but this is the second part. Next time, we'll probably be talking about if statements. Would say, if this is the answer, then do this, or if this, then this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.